Okay, serious question. Why are men so intimidated by women who can do things on their own? Like, what is it about women who have their own things that make men feel like they aren't in control or are in competition with them? Like, shouldn't that be a good thing that you don't have to take care of them? Like, serious question. Let me know what it is. Like, what is it about a strong, independent woman that scares a man?
Oh no, now I'm scared. Ooh.
Serious question. Why are men terrified of independent women who know what they want? And I'm not asking for the, well, a real man wouldn't be terrified, because that doesn't answer my question. Why are men terrified of an independent woman who knows what she wants? I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a great quality to have. But genuinely, I'm very curious because I don't get it.
Oh, scary. Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
Question: why are men intimidated by a strong, independent woman? I just want to know why. Why is it so scary about us? Or...
Oh, boo-hoo.
Narratives and excuses flood the scene, but if women truly knew what they wanted, the world would be a much simpler place. The irony: they still crave bad boys while claiming all they want are nice guys. Kiko and other girls might claim they've found God after their wild phases, but let's be real, no man here is buying into your newfound fake spirituality.
After she dated the bad boy, she said she changed. She was a new person, and she decided, found God. And women tend to find God around like 27 to like 30s, early 30s, because it's in like time's running out. So they need to it's a mating strategy. So they need to basically say, I'm more pure than I actually am, and like I'm a higher value woman than I actually am. Basically.
The harsh reality is that while average women can attract plenty of attention, average men often struggle to find even one woman. Some women may deny this truth. But finding a compatible partner isn't just about numbers, it's about forging genuine connections and building meaningful relationships based on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values. Yet these days, many women seem to be looking for something else entirely.
When you're going out with a girl, can't you kind of tell like who she is? You could research her, you could know like who this human is that you're taking out, right? So, but you feel that when you say that, you're kind of like assuming that she's just like going around with like 10 other dudes and f***ing them like on the spot, and you know that she's just meeting up with them like in a Target and not going on a date, and she's just like doing booty call. But like how do you know? Like how are you assuming that? Like how are you making that assumption? I just want to know.
Well, I mean, there's a few ways. I mean, first off, it is to some degree an assumption because that seems to be the norm. It's not every woman, it's not every man, but it does seem to be it's more so the case that women are engaging in, or it's more so the case that women have the capability or the ability to be dating multiple men, whereas there's definitely men that are dogs and dating 10 chicks, but the amount of men that are capable of doing that is far fewer than on the opposite side. An average guy, he doesn't have a roster of chicks. An average girl, if she was so inclined, could have a roster of guys. They might not be prepared to give her commitment, but she could be sleeping with multiple attractive guys. So I think as a man, you ought to expect it more. I mean, there's also, if you meet them on a dating app right away, you know they have like an infinite amount of options, not an infinite, but a very high amount of options. You can sort of look at someone and sort of get a sense for how they move. You know, if they go out and party, if they drink, you know, look at their social life. For example, I don't go to bars, I don't go to clubs, I don't drink, so I value that in a partner. But that's not always a guarantee, because some very unassuming women who might be very quiet, might be very shy, introverted, can be putting up bodies. Like they can be, I've known some women who you'd never think, just based off their personality and the way they move, they have a lot of options. So you never can really know. You can look at someone's general behavior and try to suss it out a little bit, but as I've said, I've known some very unassuming shy, quiet girls who you wouldn't think it, but are dating 4 guys at the same time and sleeping, you know. So
but you're still making the assumption, like you don't know that if that's true, because if you're not asking, you're not doing the research, like you even admitted it. You said you're just making an assumption, like you just think that way based on like maybe one past experience, like you're just assuming
it's more
that
than
all
one past
women are
experience.
doing that.
It's a collective male experience, and it's I mean, you know what's going on. I've heard from women.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
But I do ask. I ask
POV.
too.
Yeah.
For example, I was on a date. This must have been a year or so ago, with a girl, and I didn't outright ask, "Hey, how many men are you currently sleeping with?" But what I did ask is that it was a first date, and she had told me that I met her on a dating app. She told me, "Oh, I just got on Hinge," and I was just asking her about her experience, and she's like, well, yeah, I just got on Hinge. Keep in mind, this was like not to be mean to her, but she was unremarkable. She was not particularly interesting. She was pleasant, but she wasn't charismatic. She wasn't a stunner in terms of her physical appearance, like an average girl. She had told me she had just downloaded the app. The date I went on with her was like her 4th day on the app. She'd been on 2 dates prior to me, and then she had 2 dates planned for the weekend. She's an average woman. Like, her male looks equivalent, perhaps you can consider me as that, would not be capable of securing 5 dates in a week. So, I mean, I'll ask questions and they'll reveal themselves. I mean, she may have very well not be sleeping with any of them, but the fact that she's going on 5 dates with, I don't even want, that's not worth my time. I don't want to deal with a girl who's going on all these dates, because if I want to see her again, I want to see her on a Friday. Oh, you already got another date. I'm not interested anymore.
You need to get out of the city.
Booked and busy.
Santa Barbara's not that big.
If an average woman can line up 5 dates, imagine the opportunities for a woman who's more attractive. Women often ignore the struggles men face, yet when men highlight these issues, they're often labeled as misogynistic or accused of having small dick energy. The reality is, many women just don't acknowledge the difficulties men endure. Despite all the entitlement, here's what their delusion leads them to say, spoiler alert, it's pure insanity.
If he's doing 100% of the bills, I'll do 3 meals. There we go. That's my 10%.
But I think this is like the mentality that's going to leave a lot of women single. And half of us probably. Because I mean, there's only so many like guys that can take over 100% of the bills. We're in a modern time. Like, how can we expect them to take over 100% of the bills if we're not virgins anymore? We're not young anymore.
Chad gets it for free, while the nice guys are left waiting. Women wonder why they're single and why no man is truly committed. If he's involved at all, he'll do just enough to get some attention and nothing more.
What would you want his income to be?
I feel like this is gonna sound bad. I feel like 300,000. I would have to say 127.
Probably 150 to $250,000 a year.
$500,000. Ideally, my husband needs to be making like $650,000.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh.
So you said you want $500K, but what do you think the median income is for a 30-year-old?
$60K? $70K?
It is $45,000.
Women that are 5 times worse than the women your grandfather dated want you to bring 5 times more to the table. That's real inflation. That's real loss of value. And also, ladies, why aren't you holding these earning standards for yourselves? I thought we lived in a genderless society.
Modern women, by definition, are delusional. Their fantasies revolve around spending their husband's money on unnecessary luxuries, while in reality, it's entirely feasible to live comfortably on $45,000 a year in certain parts of America. This is another reason why many men choose to become expats, not just because modern women often want top-tier men while contributing little more than looks.
And only him.
So, you've had a one-night stand.
Mm-hmm.
However, you're making a man wait.
I'm not making anyone wait right now, but yeah.
Right, but you said you have a 3-month rule. So you find a guy and he knows this information. Why would you make him wait?
I mean, I said it to see if...
Well...
But then you don't make these one-night stands wait.
I think that's where it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
So a man,
Is she
a
looking for
man
a
in his head.
relationship with that one night stand, or
A
does
man-
she just want to
a man in
hook
his-
up? There is a big difference with pursuing a relationship with somebody and just wanting to hook up with somebody.
But I don't like how we compartmentalize how we treat sex. Like, okay, if you don't want anything from the guy and you just want casual sex, just fuck him right away. Whereas the guy who you actually value and he values you and he wants a relationship with you, make him wait. I think you honestly should have the same standard across the board.
The dating scene is broken, and men are fed up. If women are left single and childless once they hit the wall, they should reconsider their choices. But of course it will be blamed on men, especially on Chad. When you hear some men say women can't handle the truth, it's just the reality we live in. We're supposedly in an era of tolerance, but we're actually in a time where everyone's easily offended. No matter how you phrase it, someone will get upset. Sorry, not sorry, but if a girl is a hoe, she's a hoe, no concessions.
You guys might make $1 million on only. You're trading $1 million for 45 to 70 years of loneliness. $1 million is a house.
But they said they're okay with
It's
dying
not
off
worth it, dude. There's a lot of life to live. She gave up a 3-year marriage to go to Miami. A 3-year marriage from Miami. She said, well, he didn't let me go to Miami.
You say men?
She threw away a 3-year marriage.
Sir, you're making her cry.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. We just been through a lot, and I don't know what else to do.
All right, well, I guess
I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn it now.
the truth hurts. Women can't handle the truth. They really can't, bro.
She might cry all she wants, but she needs to hear the truth. If she ends a 3-year marriage just to chase after a bad boy or top-tier man who'll likely just use and discard her, she doesn't deserve any praise at all.
Are you against passport bros, or?
I understand the fundamentals of it for those who have done everything in life to make sure they are a man. But if you're not a man, I don't think you deserve that, honestly. Because not only that, you're going to be with a girl, you're going to make her miserable. She's going to have kids with you. And that's just a whole generation of...
What do you mean you're going to make her miserable?
If you don't have your life together, what makes you think you know how to appreciate a traditional wife?
Oh, so you're saying in the context of passport bros?
Yeah. Because, I mean, we're talking about, like, relationships here. He has 3 that he can handle. He could do that, but if some other guy who's living here who's never had an idea of what a male figure is in his life, he's going based off of whatever little content he picks from the internet. He's saying, well, I want a traditional wife. But therefore, he doesn't even have, like, a credit score. He doesn't even have, like, his life in check. He's still driving the hoopty from high school. But you want a traditional girl. Like, what happens when you bring that girl over here? You're going to basically make her a Western woman, and she's going to realize, like, this guy really doesn't have his shit together. Now she's going to cheat on you.
You know what the solution to that is? Don't bring it to America.
I think that's a cop-out. I think that's a cop-out.
It's the solution, though.
Why do you think she married you? For the American culture. You're going to marry her and keep her in her country when she really wants to come over here. I think that's selfish.
I agree with your hypothesis that most of the girls that are probably
Yeah.
matching up with these passport boys,
I have
or
so
whatever,
many, yeah.
they're doing it for the green card. I get the point.
The key thing when it comes to the passport bros
Mhm.
is men in Western countries are dissatisfied with the behavior of Western modern women, and they're looking to South America and Asia for more feminine traditional women.
I think you're a bit ignorant to like the average guy's experience. Consider this, right? The average guy today, his granddad had to put in a quarter of the work to get the kind of woman that is 4 times as amazing. His grandmother was an amazing woman and a very, very feminine, natural woman. And his granddad really didn't have to do the kind of work he has to do right now as a young man in the Western world.
So you're talking about hoflation.
Yes, it's hoflation.
Hoflation, so modern men have to work 5 times harder than their grandfathers did for women 20 times worse than what their grandmothers were. Women are asking for way more now and bringing the least.
I'm just saying there's hope is all I'm saying. There is hope.
We're not saying that there aren't good women in Western countries. That's not what we're saying at all. However, there are certain realities in the dating landscape. For example, it's kind of always been the case, but when social media was introduced and when dating apps were introduced, you basically have women who are all chasing after the top tier of men. Hypergamy, I'm sure you're familiar with the term.
Mm-hmm.
So all these women, they're all chasing after the top tier of men. Men will welcome the easy access to sex.
Inflation and hoflation might not be the same, but the principle is similar. The value of modern women is dropping while their list of demands grows ever longer. At least in the workplace, you can get a raise from time to time.
Speaking
If a woman
of
chooses to ride the
decisions,
carousel
if
and
a woman
explore her
decides
options,
to
she's
know
free to do
herself
so.
by riding the
But she should
carousel,
be prepared to
she's
face
free
the
to do so,
consequences of her
but she'd
choices.
better deal with the consequences
she's
of
lost
her
all her
dirty
pair bonding
actions.
skills
If she's
and is
lost
fixated
all
on a
pair
form of
bonding
fling,
skills and all
the
she
next
can
guy
think
will
of
have a
is
tough
the
time
former
meeting her
dude
needs.
that banged her in a
As
certain
if intimacy was
position,
all that
the
mattered.
next guy will have
Sadly,
it hard
many of these
to
women aren't
satisfy her.
focused on building
As
beautiful
if
families, but are
intercourse
more
was
concerned with their
everything,
sexual
but yeah,
escapades.
these...
Yo, Gus, thank you for the $10 super chat. When they say I want to experience life, see what I like, travel, not ready to settle down, all I hear is I'm going to be ran through with baggage, and my future man better accept me as I am. Delusional.
Can I come on?
Wow.
Delusional. Go ahead.
What is so wrong with wanting to be alone? Like, I don't understand. It's like so many men just get so upset when you say like, yeah, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Making it seem like I'm going out and fucking the whole world. I've been single since March, okay? I've slept with 2 women and 1 man since then. Oh my God, I'm a hoe, bag, take me to hell. Like, it's so contradictory. Like, just say you get no fucking puss then, if that's such a hoe-ish behavior to do. I know everyone is different, everyone has their different opinions, but I think it's kind of crazy.
I think it's because a lot of women lie about that and say they're single and don't really know what single means. Like, a lot of people, like I said before, will be like, oh, I'm healing. They're sucking 20 peepees. How the fuck is that healing?
Yeah,
think about that. I'm not saying you in general, but single is like you alone, no dating apps. You doing your own thing, going to the gym,
That's
not
why
fucking around, you know?
I'm like, in 10 months, if I've happened to have relations with 3 people.
Did you just say relations?
Relations, yeah. Relations with 3 people, like, I just don't understand how that's like end all, be all, especially 2 of them being women, like I said. So 1 man in the past 10 months. So I've slept with, now let's break it down. I've slept with 2 men since 2019 because I don't want to date anybody right now. Like, it doesn't add up to my brain, like, at all. Like, I know I don't want a relationship, but sorry, I don't. Sometimes you want it.
Okay.
I gotta be celibate for the rest of my life. Like, I'm not waiting till marriage, so that's not what I've ever claimed to be doing.
Well, I think here's like what we translate in our heads as guys when we hear women say, I just want to find myself. I just want to, explore, find myself. Here's what we're thinking. Getting ran through. That's what we think.
These are the same men who want submissive women, right? You want a woman who is going to be submissive and listen to you and stay at home when you want her to stay home and not hang out with her friends when you want her to hang out with her friends. So what is wrong with me taking a few years out of my life to do that so I don't have to sit and argue or make somebody upset? I can do whatever the I want. Doesn't mean it has to be game. It could be just, I don't know, hanging out with my friends, not responding to my phone 25/8, things like that.
Wait, 25/8?
You never heard of the saying 25/8? Come on. Be for real. 24/7, 25/8. It's like a dramatic way. It's like a hyper thing, like. Okay, yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I've never
Maybe
heard
it's
that.
AAVE. I don't know.
It's AA?
AAVE.
You're in Alcoholics Anonymous?
Oh my god.
Oh, how long have you been sober? Wait, you're a bartender. Hello?
Is he being serious right now?
Wait.
African American Vernacular English is AAVE.
Oh.
I couldn't. I was thinking though too. Sorry, sir. I was thinking the same thing. And I'm black.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So wait, what were we talking? Oh, you working on yourself.
Okay, I think when did I ever fucking say that? I just said I wanted to be single. Y'all kept saying that I'm trying to heal myself. I'm working myself. I never fucking said that. I just said I don't want to be up underneath somebody else's asshole all day. Like, I want to do my own thing. Like,
hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I have.
Oh.
Not that way.
Good times, good times.
Yeah.
And when they finally confront the fallout of their choices, guess what? They might just claim they found God. As if divine intervention is a get-out-of-jail-free card for their past mistakes.